Hey, howdy, howdy, howdy. Good evening to you all. Hope you all had a very nice weekend. Welcome to the to the Sunday evening stream. Hope you're all doing well. And yeah, we'll be having a look into what could be coming next for Bitcoin. Should be a very nice, relaxed stream. Good evening. Save with Crypto was here very, very early. Hopefully, some of you that are watching joined his stream yesterday. He was streaming on his own for the first time on the Stonksy channel yesterday. So that was superb. Lee, how we doing, my mate? Great to see you. Just about to eat your Sunday dinner. You prefer Save with Crypto intro? Yeah, how did that go yesterday? How did that go? Crypto J, afternoon. Hello to you, mate. Great to see you. Gonksy says shopping channel rules. Evening, yeah. Maybe we could use the. I don't know, because I was out yesterday, so I didn't get to watch Save with Crypto stream. But I'll have to go and have a look at the intro. And yeah, maybe we could. It was a bit dodgy, but the intro was okay. Yeah, seems like everyone likes the intro, mate. So, sup, Hala? Great to see you. How you doing, mate? Yeah. So maybe we'll have to rob your intro, mate, for permanently. Do make sure, first things first, you all drop a lovely like on the stream, and yeah, we'll get going. But let me know. Has anyone been trading over the weekend? Obviously, for those of you Stonksy users, the bot will have been opening and closing some trades for you. But any manual trading? And let me know in the chat what you're expecting for this week. Continuation upwards or drop down on Bitcoin? What are you guys thinking? And then we'll have a look at it. Yeah, overall, nothing too much. Obviously, this is where... So we ended Friday's stream. Would have been around here, wouldn't it? Bitcoin would have been pumping up. Or this came just after the stream ended, actually. This will have come just after the stream ended. And then obviously we held around here for a little bit. And then throughout Saturday we dropped down. And then this was a bit wild last night, wasn't it? We got a little walk up on the price, and then the price just got slammed down. And then we've kind of just been slowly drifting down. But there's obvious demand coming in, trying to hold the price up above 94k. So I think we need to alter this as well. I would probably look to alter this to around here now, I think. Yeah. So I think my personal opinion is I think we're going back down this week. When, I don't know. Do we put in a high, above these highs beforehand? I don't know. But I think we're going to head back to the downside this week. If you disagree with me, let me know in the chat. It'd be great to know your viewpoints. XRP is getting its little pump on, isn't it? I'm interested in these two zones on XRP. ETH. ETH's an interesting one. Not had too much happening with it. Again, it got a really good pump last night when Bitcoin hit that high. But if we go and have a look on the 4 hours, still being capped back in this region where it was. And I think this would be pretty difficult for it to overcome as well. So yeah, a bit of an interesting one on ETH. Still not really much strength. However, yesterday it was outperforming Bitcoin, which typically has not been a good sign. So we'll see if that carries on or not. But we've got some. What have we got? We're not really much going on. I'll tell you what. We'll have a look at what was that ticker called that was going crazy, Hala? Was it alpaca or something? I was seeing it yesterday. I know that you mentioned it. Smash the like, says Jeff. Yes, Jeff. How we doing? Enforce. Hello. Great to see you. Stella says, Jeff says, where's the CME gap? So the CME is actually interesting because if you notice on Bitcoin, we hit a high of 95,781 on Friday. If we go to the CME, the CME actually went a lot higher. So the CME went up to 90, just shy of 97k, but it actually closed at 95,810 is where it closed. But the prices on Friday were a lot different to what we were seeing across crypto exchanges. As you see, it went up to 96,765. So it went up pretty much, was it another K? Yeah, pretty much another K above what we were seeing across exchanges. So that was interesting. But yeah, 95,810 is where we do actually still have as well. For those of you that may not have seen it, we do have a gap to the downside, which was created on Tuesday in the hour that the CME was closed, which you'll be able to see got closed a little bit on here and then a little bit more here, but there is still this pretty much 1k gap or $1,100 gap from where the gap was created in the hour CME was closed, and then we didn't come down and close it fully at all. So we'll have a gap to the upside by about 1.8k, something like that, as it currently stands. But we'll also still have this gap open to the downside too. That was created midweek. You can get rid of these ones now. They were closed last week. Would you take a look at XRP and Steam? I can do that, M4. I can do that. But let me know what have you guys been trading over the weekend. And I know a few of you managed to get a nice return on the bot this weekend, didn't you? I suppose it depends if you're watching it and opted to do some manual handiwork on it or not. But this is what we're looking at for the gap anyway. So currently, as it stands, we obviously don't know where Bitcoin's going to be in the next few hours. So we have 4 hours and 22 minutes still to go. So we won't know where Bitcoin is going to be until then. But what we can say is we still have this gap open to the downside, and then there'll be likely one opening to the upside as well. But I mean, XRP, in terms of XRP, if we come and have a look at XRP, if you have a look at the 4 hour, get rid of this now. I'm not interested in that zone that I was looking at. But my key interests are kind of these two zones here, particularly this upper one. I would much rather see it trade to this upper one. But this is where I'm looking on XRP. So technically you could probably extend that to there as well if you wanted to. Maybe a little bit higher. Maybe you could cut it down a little bit. We could probably make it like that, yeah. So these two are the two supply zones on the 4 hour that I'm looking at on XRP. As you can see, supply came into the market from these two regions. Obviously, originally, this is where supply originated from on this downside move. But then we did get a little pause here and hang around for probably about a day, was it? And then supply hit the market again. So I'm interested in these two regions for a short on XRP. Just depends on obviously what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin heads down, then I very much doubt that we're going to get them. But if Bitcoin maybe just holds around or even pumps back to the upside, then anything could be on the card. But in terms of looking for a short on XRP, that's all I'm interested in, is these two zones. Primarily, if it could get a pump all the way up to this one. I don't know if it will or not, but if it could, then that would be very sweet. In terms of longs, it's an interesting one. I mean, it's still obviously holding around the $2 level to the downside. But from here, unless you're potentially maybe getting in on like a flash crash or something, I don't know if the risk reward is there for longs as opposed to looking for shorts. Just depends what you're looking at. I'm trying scalping slow, says RN. Very nice, mate. How's it coming along? Hell yeah, the bot killed it, said Jeff. Jeff, mate, love you so much. Love you, Jeff. Thomas Mack says, evening everyone, opinions on tier. It's been ripping, many trazillionaires have been made. Good evening, Florian, how are you doing? So yeah, that's what I'm looking at on XRP and patiently waiting. Still long on a 4 hour. What's it doing on the 1 hour? Anything interesting? No, not really been doing much. Caught a long up here, but yeah, not really doing much. Anything on the 5 minute? No. Anything on the, what's happened on Bitcoin on the 5 minute over? We've had no background changes on Bitcoin over the weekend on the 5 minute. Right, what did you want me to look at tier? OM's pushing up a little bit. So I think this came into where it had demand down here, innit? What am I looking at tier? Let's see. Right, okay. Let me zoom in. So I think this zone is still very much valid from appears to be the last time that we looked at it. Let me just remove these drawings here. So I think if you're looking at tier from like a standpoint you want to get bullish on it. Hang on. Can't really see that, can you? Still can't really see it. I think it would. You'd want to see a reclaim of this range, this zone here, is what I think. Clear SR. Until then, put in a nice hold of here, didn't it? Eventually, you want to see it hold down here. You definitely want to see it hold down there. So if we do get any sort of retest of down here, you definitely want to see it hold. But your risk reward is down here, isn't it? Any sort of retest down there and holding. That's where it is for longs until we reclaim what I would consider this kind of zone of key level. As you can see, all demand coming through, deviated below, reclaimed, and then held again, held, and then flip to resistance, and then drop. You could even probably have an argument for looking at this zone as well here. Kind of flat across there as where you would also want to reclaim. Maybe that would provide some more validity as well. But yeah, I mean, in terms of you could potentially maybe look to short this. It is, resistance for tier. But yeah, I mean, in terms of longs, your risk reward is back down here as long as it holds. I'm not too sure about scalping it and stuff. I'm not sure how it moves. But we did have. How can I get rid of this? So at the moment, the daily candle's looking interesting on Bitcoin. Yesterday we got a doji, which suggests indecision. It was looking like it was going to close as an inside bar, which would have been quite bearish. But at the moment, it closes a doji, which suggests indecision in the market. And then, yeah, we've got obviously this candle forming at the moment. I could see potentially. So this box of supply was run on the 4 hour. You could maybe even see it heading up to like towards 96.5 potentially. Before a retrace back down. Saving Crypto says CME. Yeah, I covered that, mate. Covered this CME. There is also a gap to the downside too. Jeff says, "What are you thinking for shorts on Stewie?" I've not looked. Um, I mean, in terms of the daily, this is kind of the region, isn't it? You know, if you wanted, you could maybe draw it out as a box if you wanted to. But in terms of what we're looking at price-wise from last week's PA, I think, I mean, from here it's difficult, isn't it, because it was so strong last week. If we get any sort of pump on Bitcoin, is that strength going to continue? I mean, the highest risk reward would be coming up, sweeping this wick, and then dropping back down. And then there's your trigger on the drop back down below 3.81. So pretty much just like a deviation of what will be last week's high. Until then, I'm not sure. I mean, there's some really good lower time frame traders in the chat. So like Jalapeno is a super good low time frame trader. Maybe he's got a level he'd be looking at on Stewie. I mean, if you come to the 1 hour chart, you can kind of see what has formed as 1 hour resistance here, can't you? This was obviously where price leveled off. We did have this wild spike, but you can clearly see here, bar sweeping obviously this wick, which will be, once we open a new week, last week's high. We've got this region here, which is proving to be resistance, but also obviously if we move up from there, here, maybe I don't know if we don't come for that full wick. Potentially, maybe we just come and play these out. But it's still quite up there, isn't it? It's still potentially quite up there, risk reward wise, for sure. Math says, "Is it normal to see exchanges decouple from the CME price that much?" You know what? I was thinking about this, Math, to be honest, and I don't know. Like, I can't remember the last time when we got. To be honest, because I don't really check the CME price that much. Only if like there's a gap, and then we're maybe like approaching the gap or just looking to see where the gap is. But I don't remember a time when we got like such a big difference in price upon like a gap being created. I don't know if anyone monitors the CME price like frequently. Let us know in the chat. Is this quite like a common thing, and maybe it just goes unnoticed? But like a 1k difference is obviously a pretty sizable difference, isn't it? So I don't know. Personally, I've never noticed it before. After I lost my nerve and closed the bot short and did tiny profit. Very nice. I just saw some killer posts of this good Wiz. Yeah, Wiz said when he was shorting it, didn't he? He got a really nice short, Wiz. Crypto Talk Space says, please analyze BGB. BitGet token. Yeah, we can have a look. Do make sure you drop a like on the stream, please, everyone. Do drop a like on the stream. I mean, Save with Crypto uses this to trade sometimes on BitGet as collateral. I mean, from here, it's pretty much just created a range on it. So there's your range high. There's your range low, give or take, if you want to count these wicks in or not. And that's it. So literally, it's capped around 515, and demand is 387, albeit if you want to count these wicks in. So pretty much what you do here, well, it's literally just a range. So until the range breaks, i.e. it breaks out of resistance, flips it to support, and then starts to break out, or it pushes through support, rejects, and then starts heading down, you can pretty much get a really good, obviously, risk reward in just buying resistance and buying support and selling resistance, and that's it. Literally just in a range. And if we fib this out, it looks to me like where price is getting capped at the moment is probably just the mid-range of the range. So if you see where we do that, we whack on a line at the mid-range, which is 0.5. Oh, and voila. Look what we have. Price being capped. Hang on, I think I did it the wrong way. I think I've done that at the wrong line, haven't I? I think I've done that at the 618. Yeah, I have. That one. Yeah, that one. There we go. So yeah, price being capped pretty much at the mid-range of this range that it's in. So there you go. Pretty easy, I think. Really nice range to trade. Currently tapping off round about the mid-range of what I would consider this to be the range. So until it breaks one side, it just looks like it's standard range trading. Where does everyone think that we're going from here then on Bitcoin? Let me know in the chat where you think we're going. Thomas Max says, take a look at TARS AI. In a long 5%. TARS AI, yeah, I'll have a look. Kev? Easy, Kev. What's going on, my mate? How are you doing? You're in Turkey? Oh, wow. Whereabouts? Whereabouts are you, mate? What area? I don't know Turkey too well, to be honest. I've never been. Are you anywhere near where the earthquake was? Wiz, legend, what's going on? How you doing? Hope everyone's had a great weekend. Do make sure you smash a like on the stream. And yeah, we will, let's see, TARS AI, what's the ticker? TAI. This thing. You're in a long for 5 cents. Very nice. I mean, pretty brutal sell-off that it had, hasn't it? Jesus Christ, look at that. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious why it's coming to. Oh, bless me. It's pretty much just coming to supply. So this is supply for the price. So we can name it. So for something like this, I mean, it's difficult because it was so level to level down. I think probably this point is definitely also going to act as supply. And then you might even get a bit of something here as well, just below. But you can see here where price shot into here and just got absorbed. I don't know, mate. I know nothing about this. I mean, that to me looks like obviously a gift, especially if you bought near the lows. But going from 5 cents, it's a really good trade. So well done. But in all honesty, these types of things, I'm guessing this is really illiquid and stuff like that. So I don't know whether this is an exit pump, whether it's a pump for, like maybe potentially a valid reason or what. really hard to say with stuff like this because it can go down as quickly as it can go up if it's quite a liquid. So, yeah, I mean, it's completely obviously up to you. But what I would say is that from looking at the chart, it definitely looks like it is coming to supply here, which is probably why it started consolidating a bit. But if it clears it, then potentially maybe up to like 20 cents. But I suppose it's a big hit, depending on if this is just like some sort of exit pump or what. I don't know. What was that then? That was down. So 7%. $97K before the end of the day. I would be shocked. I would be absolutely shocked if Bitcoin hit 97K by the end of the day. Which says currently in the airport. Oh, okay, mate. Well, enjoy. You have to be by, yeah. Please do you have full course tutorials of SMC strategy? You can find courses on Crypto Saving Expert. There is a link in the chat. What's SMC strategy? What's SMC strategy? I don't know. Let me know in the chat what it is. But there is trading courses on Crypto Saving Expert. You can find the link in the chat. In the description, sorry. With a code to get 80% off when you join the monthly plan on community. But this is the Stonksy channel, my good friends. So, yeah, if you do want to join Stonksy, you get full access to the indicator, which you can see on screen. This indicator indicated Bitcoin to go long at $85,000. We're capturing all this move up very nicely. You do get full access to the indicator, you get access to the Discord server, and you get access to the trading box too, which you can find plenty about on the YouTube channel if you want to know more. But pretty much they are automated bots. They open for you, close for you, but you can also customize the settings in terms of like, P&L, take profit, stop loss, stuff like that. But yeah, you get full access to all that, and you can get 20% off your first month if you want to come and have a go. Second link in the description alongside the discount code is there for you. Thomas Mark is expecting a Sunday dump on Bitcoin, maybe down to 91K. Well, that would be down to the lower CME gap, wouldn't it? Fever says, hey, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, Fevo. How we doing, mate? Long time no see. Long time no see. Hope you've had a good weekend. Although I imagine it's still quite early on in the Sunday for you, isn't it? So you've probably still got plenty of hours left. But yeah, hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, mate. I mean, I think potentially what I'm maybe looking at is maybe we carry on chopping around here and then end up down, or potentially run these highs. So come and run Sunday high and then run the Friday high and then back below and then down. I just personally, I can't see a reason why we would just carry on grinding higher without coming down first. If it does, great. I'll just look for a short from higher up, probably in this 98K region. But I don't know. I mean, should we go and have a look at what the liquidity map is? Bear in mind, do take this with a pinch of salt, because obviously it pulls from exchanges. So, I mean, 24-hour liquidity is saying that the biggest chunk of liquidity is down at 93K. If we go with 3-day liquidity, there is, I mean, this lines up with obviously the 24-hour one. Then also, liquidity there, which we just looked at based on the chart. We're just looking at the chart and saying, well, there's obviously liquidity above these highs here. And then let's go and have a look at, say, the weekly. So yeah, pretty much liquidity into like just above these highs, and then also just flushing all the way back down. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. I could see both of these. You could definitely see both of these. Doing well, yeah, making the most of it. Did you sell all your Bitcoin? No, mate, there's bloody loads of them left. There's absolutely loads of them left. All I'm seeing in the chart is opportunity. Is that right, Phoebe? Yeah. Opportunity for what? What are you looking to be opportunistic on in terms of value, or looking for downside? Interested to hear your thoughts, mate. I haven't spoke to you much really about the charts and crypto and stuff in a while, have I? But the price is obviously being held up around these levels by someone. And Sailor did obviously give his there we go. So we've either already bought or they're planning on buying. I think we've already bought, which will be interesting to see how much they've bought, because how much of this move was Sailor then? We'll see. Maybe it was this. Maybe if it wasn't too much of a big bag, maybe it was him pushing it up late last night. But I mean, the volume is low, isn't it? Very low volume has really tailed off. But the price is definitely trying to be held up by someone. And redraw. I'll have a few Bitcoin questions if you need help, mate. Save with crypto, you can have whatever you want. You can have whatever you want. Yeah, I mean, in terms of looking at opportunity for this week, I think I actually want to drag this down because I think we will come into here if we was to dip. Yeah, I mean, really, looking for upside on Bitcoin, you would want obviously to see these highs taken out before anything else. Looking for downside, first thing we need to do is why? What is this? Why can I not get it looking? What shade of grey is this? That one. Fourth one along on the top. This one. Yeah, we'd want to really need to break through like 97, 93, 700 to the downside to get any sort of push downwards. I think if we done that, I think that would signal then that there's a decent sized push coming. But at the moment, it seems like it's being supported quite well. It'll be interesting to see where Sailor's bought and how much he's bought. Based on what is on screen, Green, do you keep long until it's over? Ricky Mendes, you can do if you want, mate. Yeah, you could do that, or you could just obviously follow it until you're pretty happy with the P&L, or in case if it comes into a level, maybe you think that it could find some struggle, whether that be support or resistance, and then obviously long and not short. But you can get access to our trading bot. So we have 2 trading bots on BLOFIN currently. You have the option to add more, but we're currently running 2 on BLOFIN, where it trades Bitcoin automatically. And the high frequency one has been absolutely on fire recently, trading Bitcoin. That opens and closes trades for you, but you can also customize it a bit to like take profit, like a certain P&L percentage and stuff. You can get that by signing up to Stonksy, and you can get 20% off. So if you click the second link in the description, it will take you to the Stonksy website, and then click start now. And then it's this monthly plan you want. If you click this button here, so originally £145, but you can try your first month for 20% off, so just 116. So that will get you access to the indicator, the Discord server, and the trading bots too. So as you can see here, use code BOT20, but that is in the description next to the link. Yeah, come and try it out, mate. And for anyone else watching, the bots have been on fire recently, and there'll be guys in the chat that will be able to tell you just how good it's been. But if you have a look on the Twitter, I put some tweets out recently from comments from in the Discord about what people are saying about it. So we had this guy here. For those of you that don't know, this is Jeff. The bot is a complete game changer. Pretty much just really bigging us up, which is really nice of Jeff. And then I did post another one. When was it? I think it was on Friday, was it? Where was it? Yeah. This was from another one of this used in the service saying, nice to see money being printed in the chat. The bot is working wonders. So yeah, the bot's been absolutely fantastic. Been absolutely on fire with the Bitcoin trade. So yeah, do make sure you take advantage of that. Second link in the description, and then BOT20, use it on the monthly plan, and that'll get you 20% off your first month, so you can come and give it a go. I kind of treat it as like a trial month for 20% off. But yeah, you do get access to everything with that. Also, I need to hook that bot up. You got a good guide on setting that up. There is a full video on how to set it up in the Discord server, mate, in the stock Discord. Yeah. My Litecoin has been ruined, really. Your Litecoin has been ruined, Litecoin. Why? Looks like it's been on the up recently. Why has it been ruined, mate? Jackster, was you the one that was saying? I think I vaguely remember you, Jackster. Was you the one saying that you put like, was it 80 grand into Litecoin or something at $80? I think was that you? I feel like that was you. I don't know. Block Pro, yeah, Block Pro's a legend, absolute legend. Spud short on Tengu, is it? Okay. Well, I had 100k in it when it was 140. Yeah, I think I remember pretty much discussing. Let me see if I've still got it on here. I've still got the range drawn out here. I remember, Jackson, because I remember obviously coming in. I remember covering it and saying if it lost this range, then it would probably head back to $80 at a minimum. I remember. This is where it was trading. I remember you being in the streams, yeah. And I said if it lost 100, 99/98, we'd be heading down, and obviously that's what happened, yeah. I mean, at least you're back up, mate. Back up. Under 10%, but still back up. At least you're up, mate. At least you're up. I still have like K in it or something. Did I just hold it? Can't give you any financial advice. Sorry, mate. Can't give you any financial advice. I know you probably want me to tell you what would be optimal, but yeah, can't do it. I mean, really, let me just, if I draw, I think probably looking at this range is probably best if we use it for box, I think. I mean, what would I want to see personally on Litecoin? Let me change the color on this box because some of it this just isn't working. So I would definitely want to see it over this area, which ties into kind of where I had the range low drawn. But obviously, as you can see, when the price dropped below, it was tapping the under here as resistance, tap, 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 sell off. So I would definitely want to see the price come up, reclaim this area, kind of like $95, $96 upwards, and then hold it and then start to push back up is what I would want to see. Can't really say much more than that, mate, like in terms of a trading plan. I'm like around break even probably right now. I mean, it's pretty impressive that you're not down, to be honest. That alone is probably pretty impressive. Yeah, well, I'm gonna hold it. Hopefully, mate, comes off here. I hope that it does. I hope that's. Let's see. Save, how did your stream go yesterday? Oh, you did an hour. You did an hour and 10 minutes. Very nice, mate. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, but back to Bitcoin. I suppose actually we should probably cover maybe the FTX. I mean, I think this area is going to be a struggle for it. I think coming into here, where it's really yet to test supply, I think it's going to be a struggle. So I think, if anything, we do get any push up on the S&P this week. I think depends when it pushes in, doesn't it? If it pushes in pretty much straight away, I think we maybe get a bearish reaction from it. Apart from that, then if it will just push straight through it, then I'll be looking up here, kind of into this zone. I think would then be the next target. And for those of you probably think, well, why are you only looking for down? Why are you looking for price to push up and then push down? Because price doesn't move up in a straight line at some point. It has to correct, doesn't it? And these are like big markets that we're talking about. So although we would love price to just do one straight line to the upside and never pull back, it's not quite how it works, is it? So I think in terms of the S&P, obviously, translating to the Mag 7 too, I think these are the areas that I'm watching for a push up into, and then a pullback, which would tie in probably for pulling Bitcoin down as well. I mean, looking at it, I just find it hard to believe that it would just melt through this zone and go straight into here. But strange things have happened, so we'll see. I mean, Bitcoin it is quite impressive, isn't it, how it just carries on chugging. To be honest, though, I'm kind of focusing on the day rather than looking at what it's doing on the hourly and stuff. I'm kind of focusing on the daily. I've messed up there. But yeah, we will see what happens. And yeah, I mean, pretty much. Can I zoom out from here? I'd love to be able to zoom out, please. I don't want to. I'm gonna have to reset my screen. Well, my trading. Let me go back to the hourly. So yeah, I think looking for early this week. Obviously, me and Save will be looking at on stream every day about what maybe comes next for Bitcoin. But I think either of these two scenarios are potentially what comes first, and then we'll evaluate them afterwards. Again, not necessarily it will, but if I'm looking at it as like a price standpoint, it kind of makes sense. We'll just see if it occurs or not. Maybe it doesn't. But for the moment, price is definitely being supported. around this 93.7, 93.8 area. So for any downside, it needs to break through that first. So that's all from me today. Big thank you for joining. Hope you've all had a great weekend. Hope you've enjoyed the stream, and obviously be back tomorrow with our usual full-length stream, and of course my full-time co-host David Crypto. So yeah, take it easy, enjoy the rest of the weekend. Drop a like. Make sure you click the links in the description as well for those of you that haven't signed up to Stonksy yet. Get that 20% off your first month. Give it a try. Get hooked up to the trading bots. And yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow to see what's happened between now and then. Where are we on Bitcoin come tomorrow? We'll have to see, but that's all from me. Ciao for now, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.